I am hip hop. I'm the physical embodiment of that word.
Hey, hello everyone. I'm Jesse from Grants Pass Boys and Girls Club. Today I want to talk about Lyricism 101. You know, what is lyricism? Well, I have a definition for you. Lyricism, it's an artist's expression of emotion in an imaginative and beautiful way. KRS-One, who was the quote from the beginning saying, I am hip hop, he has one too. It says, poetry is the language of imagination, which is from another poet. But let's get to it. So Lyricism 101, what is it? It focuses on the writing, the lyrics of it, and it actually hones in on hip-hop culture. If you're not into hip-hop, that's okay. Maybe you like country music. Maybe you like punk rock, indie rock, dubstep, reggae. There's a million of musical genres, but it doesn't matter. The fact is, lyricism ties into them all. So, you'll learn things maybe to help you express yourself in a lyrical way, and that could be used through all musical genres, but it does focus on hip-hop for this club program. What is hip-hop? Let's talk about it. Hip-hop is a culture. It's been here, it's a way of life. Hip-hop is a culture, it's a way of life. If you make and do hip-hop, you are hip-hop. That's what KRS-One was talking about, the teacher, when he said, I'm an embodiment of that physical word. I am hip-hop. If you're out there rapping, making beats, making aerosol art, you are hip hop. You're keeping the culture alive. So it's a movement, it's a culture, it's a way of life. It can be broken down into 5 elements of hip hop, you might have heard. There could be a couple extra sneaky ones, but we're going to go over the 5 elements. I have them written here. We're going to look at these, and let's start on the top corner. Djing. Djing, this is the backbone of hip hop, the fundamental. What is a DJ? DJ spins those records. Maybe you heard a scratch DJ. And, they bring people together. It's about bringing people together, all for one cause, the music, move your bodies. So DJs was kind of the first thing in hip hop, and it was actually, hip hop gets credited to DJ Kool Herc, who was in the 1970s in Bronx, New York City, one of the first DJs to actually do like the break beats on records. That's the break beat is the drum beat on a record, and they'll put those together to keep the party moving, people dancing to it. Dancing DJs we got down here, b-boying or b-girling. It's basically break dancing. So when you hear that music, moving your body. Interpretive dancing, expressing yourself through dance to hip hop music, b-boying. Up in the top corner, we have MCing. This kind of pertains a lot to what you think of hip hop today, like the rapper, rap music. You're talking about MCing. What's an MC stand for? MC could be master of ceremony. They're in control of that crowd. It could be move the crowd. So think of a master of ceremony. If you've ever seen a circus, like a big, Barnum and Bailey circus, there's a guy in the center with the hat and the wand, and he's trying to run the whole show. He's the master of ceremony. MCing kind of falls along with that. Like they're trying to bring everyone together and kind of get involved and bring it all together, so they're the master of ceremony, using their voice to keep the crowd moving. Rap music could be an acronym. An acronym is each letter stands for something. Rap could stand for rhythm and poetry. So you could think of it that way too. Just a way to express yourself through poetry. Lyricism, that's what it is. Let's look at this other category. We have graffiti. Graffiti is a form of art, used through spray cans. Could be aerosol art, it's called. It could be vandalism if you go and do it illegally, but you can do it in legal, safe ways by either, on canvas, maybe an art installation. You could get the permission from the owner whose property you want to make a mural on. So there's lots of ways of going about it, getting your name out. And graffiti's been around since the beginning of time. So that one is part of the culture too. And I snuck one in here on the bottom, you guys. It's beatboxing. Beatboxing sometimes gets away with being one of the elements of hip hop because it's unlike DJing and MCing, but you're using the human mouth. Your body is making beats through your mouth. So for instance, I was taught if you can say boots and cats, you can kind of start beatboxing, because if you go boots, cats, it's like the kick drum on boots and the snare on cats. Boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, cats, boots, cats. Kind of beatbox that way, kind of fun. So all these 4 elements here, they all come together for hip hop in the center. and that is knowledge. Knowledge of self. So important in hip hop because it's knowledge of self. You're discovering more about you, knowledge of others. You know, you're kind of sharing your heart to other people and your emotions, and you're expressing yourself. So, knowledge of self is kind of the centerpiece, and these are known as the 5 elements of hip hop. So, we broke that down. To know your future is to know your past. So, a little quick timeline through hip hop. I did say it had its origins with DJ Kool Herc. He was a Jamaican that immigrated to New York City in the Bronx in 1970s. He's kind of credited with starting, those parties, the block parties, and getting people into the hip hop movement. It can go back before that. Actually, in the country of Jamaica, there's DJs. They put their records on, and they might get on the mic to get the people moving. They might say, "Come selector, yeah, people feel it. Can you feel me?" And then that's just kind of getting the crowd involved, and that's known as toasting. So Jamaican DJs would toast over records, kind of the first incident maybe of emceeing even could be laid to them. And then also, hip hop goes back even more. You could say African American slave hymns and like songs. They had the oral tradition, oral meaning with your mouth, you speak. So there's a big oral tradition in African American, even before that. Go back to any culture, like ancient cultures, specifically Africa, there's storytellers called griots, spelled Griot. The griot is a storyteller, and it passed the information of stories along down generation to generation, and griots are really high revered people. So emceeing is kind of like being a modern day griot in a way. So hip hop has this timeline of culture all throughout it. It could be Muhammad Ali, the famous boxer, kind of saying rhymes, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. It could be like Joan Baez, a folk singer, kind of putting in a rhyme scheme in her lyrics. So what I would like to do, it's always changing and evolving too. It's 2020s, hip hop's still evolving. Keep it evolving, keep it moving, and you are hip hop when you do it. So this program, I'm gonna have a couple more videos. I want to go further into lyricism, maybe break down some songwriting techniques and tips. And, a goal could be, I want you guys maybe to try to write a rap song. I'll show you some pointers along the way. And there's actually a Boys and Girls Club YouTube channel. It's a Cypher Challenge. You can get on there and maybe try to freestyle and do a little challenge, and maybe we can take it there. So thanks for checking me out, and be well, everyone. Peace.